Just outside Luxembourg City, on hallowed ground, surrounded by quiet forest and solemn stillness, and a nearby airport, lies a peaceful resting place for over 5,000 American servicemen and women. The Luxembourg American Cemetery and Memorial stands not just as a cemetery, but as a powerful symbol of the sacrifices that these individuals gave, a remembrance of what they are and what they stood for and what they were about, and a transatlantic friendship forged during one of the history's most violent periods, World War II. The Luxembourg American Cemetery and Memorial is located in Hamm, Hamm. Hamm is a suburb of Luxembourg City, and this is a 50.5-acre site that was established by the U.S. First Army on December 29th, 1944. Right in the middle of the Battle of the Bulge, my friends. The terrain here was hard won and the resting place for thousands of brave soldiers who gave their lives during that winter of ferocious combat. The cemetery is maintained and owned by the American Battle Monument Commission, which is an independent U.S. agency created by Congress in 1923. Its purpose is to commemorate the service and sacrifice of U.S. armed forces worldwide. The soldiers buried here fought during the Allied campaign across Europe, many of them during the final months of World War II. The Battle of the Bulge, which raged from December of 44 to January of 1945, was one of the largest and bloodiest battles fought by the U.S. during the war. Over 19,000 American soldiers lost their lives. As the front lines shifted and victory slowly became a reality, the need to respectfully bury the dead and honor their memory grew. This site in Luxembourg was chosen because of its proximity to the battlefield and its accessibility for burying over 5,070 of our brave soldiers. From the moment you walk in the gates, my friends, you will have a sense of order and reverence. The grounds here are perfectly maintained and manicured, pristine. White marble crosses and stars of David stretch across the green lawn in curved rows that gently sweep the landscape.
That's above your head.
Again, there are 5,070 graves in total, each one meticulously maintained. At the heart of the cemetery stands the memorial chapel. The chapel is built of white limestone and adorned with bronze doors. Inside is a quiet place of prayer and memory. The ceiling bears a mosaic of an angel guarding the souls of the dead. It is beautiful. It is breathtaking. It is awe-inspiring. I really had to spend a few moments just gazing up at it. On the floor are inscriptions of unit insignias, symbolic of the branches that served. The chapel is truly a place of reflection. It's a place for prayer. It's a place for remembrance and understanding. On the chapel, away from the chapel that we just looked at, my friends, are two large stone maps. The Wall of the Missing, which lists 371 names of Americans who went missing in action during the campaign, and these two large maps. The names of our missing, which weren't identified, 371 of them, are etched, and rosettes are placed next to the names as remains are later identified. The other wall features an etched map detailing U.S. military movements through Europe, which we took a look at from the Normandy invasion to the German surrender. Grant to us grace. Take unto thyself, Lord, the souls of the valorous, that they may dwell in thy glory. This is truly a blessed, beautiful place. I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish. We will always remember. Please always remember. Please always have respect. Inside, there are notable burials. And there are the Band of Brothers, which you may have saw the series. Among the thousands of graves, one stands out: General George S Patton. Patton was the commander of the U.S. Third Army and one of the most dynamic and aggressive American generals in the war. He helped lead the Allied breakout after the Normandy landings and played a key role in relieving the besieged town of Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge. After the war ended, Patton tragically died in a car accident in December of 1945. His final wish was to be buried with his men, and today his grave sits alone, but prominently facing the rows of white crosses. Soldiers still leave coins, patches, and flowers at his grave, a testimony to his enduring legacy. Other notable individuals buried here include Medal of Honor recipients, chaplains, tank commanders, pilots, young infantrymen only 18 or 19 years old. Every stone here represents a life cut short in the name of liberty. The design of the cemetery is filled with deliberate symbolism. The alignment of the graves follows the curve of the terrain, suggesting continuity and eternity. The chapel's mosaic ceilings depicts divine guardianship, watching over our fallen. The stone maps provide historical grounding, helping us who visit connect the abstract scale of the war with specific events and locations. The white crosses and stars of David are standard across American military cemeteries, symbols of equality. Both a private and a general lie under identical markers, representing the American principle that every life lost in service should be equally honored. The people of Luxemburg have never forgotten the sacrifices made by the U.S. military. Local residents often adopt graves, place flowers, and share stories across generations. During commemorations, Luxembourg's royal family and government officials attend alongside American dignitaries. The cemetery also is a pilgrimage for families of the fallen. Visitors from the U.S. come to see the names of grandfathers, uncles, brothers. Sometimes they've never met them, but they were in their history. For many, it's a place where history becomes personal. This site has also been visited by U.S. presidents, military leaders, and veterans. Each visit underscores the continued importance of remembrance even decades after the final shots were fired. Visitors to the Luxemburg American Cemetery are welcomed by staff of the American Battle Monuments Commission that Congress established in 1923. You can wander around the cemetery and the monuments on your own, or if you want a tour, they are happy to provide tours and answer any questions you have. The Visitor Center gives you interpretive exhibits explaining the Battle of the Bulge, the role the U.S. Army played in liberating Europe, and personal stories of soldiers buried here. So it's part of the full experience going into the welcoming center. The grounds are open year-round, free of charge, 9 to 5. On Memorial Day and other major commemorative events, ceremonies include color guards, wreath layings, and performances by the U.S. and Luxembourg's national anthems. Silence is observed, flags are flown, and stories told. The experience is very emotional, humbling, and deeply moving. I attended this on the Normandy beaches, and if you have the opportunity to attend here in Luxembourg, I highly recommend it. In a world that we live in, my friends, it often moves so fast. And the Luxembourg American Cemetery and Memorial offers a quiet pause. It reminds us of the cost of freedom. Beneath the surface of these manicured lawns and white marble is a story of valor, sacrifice, and international friendship. These soldiers never returned home, but their memory lives on in the soil of a grateful nation, in the hearts of visitors, and in the enduring peace they helped create. Whether you are an American, a Luxembourger, or a global citizen, this sacred site asks only one thing. Just remember, my friends, just remember. This is the Luxembourg American Cemetery and Memorial. May we never forget. Have a blessed day, my friends. And I would also love a like, a subscribe, and a comment. Have you ever been to a cemetery and memorial for our veterans? I want to know your thoughts. And have a blessed day. See you real soon.